remind me to always say out loud I'm starting the recording so I remember and so you know. Okay, listen carefully. This assignment, I didn't even put together a PowerPoint. It's very straightforward, okay? It's a 2-page assignment. On the first page, what you're going to do is watch a video, and you're probably going to have to watch this more than once because I do grade my labs, everybody. Okay, I do grade my labs. The homeworks are more user-friendly to me. Okay, the exams are doable because they're online. You'll see you have a good chance to do well as long as you're studying. But the labs, that puts more, you got to put some effort into it. Normally the lab's a 2-hour and 50-minute lab, so I guarantee you that's a minimum. In person, you put a lot more time than that into the labs, okay? So listen carefully. This is a lab safety training lab that you have to do, a lab assignment that you have to do, lab 1. So on the first page, what you're going to do is watch the ACC version of a lab safety video, and it's going to go over safety procedures for ACC campuses specifically. It's roughly broken up into, I think it's 6 parts, which they'll show you the title on there, okay? Sometimes the question is not as straightforward. I believe the first question is one of the first ones. What are the 3 major areas? Okay, so you've got to watch the videos, and sometimes you have to ask yourself, okay, there might have been 6 topics they covered, but could I put, say, 2 or 3 of these under one category? You know, did they all have to do with hazards or something like that to where you end up with 3? Okay, so make sure some of these, the answers are straightforward. I mean, it's not hard, but again, you probably have to watch the video more than once. The second page, this is a video, it's an old video. And this one actually, for me, what made it hard, because I went over these to put the answers down. What made this one hard was the stories they were telling. It was reminding me of my day in grad school, and not only what happened when I was in grad school. Fortunately, nobody got real seriously injured like they talk about, but the stories I heard about the past. So they'll tell you some stories, serious hazards. I mean, it doesn't, how do you say, encourage one to go into research, but I'm sorry I'm laughing about it, but I mean, it's just, I'm not laughing as it's funny, I'm laughing as in it's unbelievable. But there are dangers. So make sure you watch this video. It's a longer video. Listen carefully for both safety videos, all right? Read through the questions first. Okay, for all labs that I give you, for any assignment I give you, read through the question first. Homework and lab reports, read through the questions first. I have a lot of students that just want to throw the answer down, and then when I give them their grade back, it's a terrible grade. They've failed. And I get emails, well, what did I do wrong? I put answers down. I submitted it. Yeah, you didn't put the right answers down. I'm already having that problem with the syllabus assignment. Okay? So read the questions through on page 1. Okay? At least familiarize yourself with them, and then go back and start watching the video, and you got an idea of what you're looking for, okay? The second page of this video, there are about half the questions, the answers are clearly there. But again, you got to pay attention. All right. So, but the actual purpose is just to show you the dangers that are involved when working in a lab, as well as the safety protocols and procedures you're required to perform to try to prevent those hazards from happening, okay? Now, this is for not just biology labs, okay? The rules, the way they work, go for all labs. It's an umbrella. It's whether it's a teaching lab or a tech lab, whether it's a biology lab, chemistry lab, or whether it's a computer chip company where they process and make computer chips and they work with a lot of acids. Everybody's under one umbrella. Okay, are there any questions on this? It's pretty straightforward and simple. Okay, listen carefully. Usually the lab overview will be closer to about 30 minutes. Now listen carefully. About the syllabus assignment, I forgot to mention something. First of all, I don't recall if I said it on the first day. The syllabus assignment is not worth any points. Okay, so once you do your syllabus assignment, if you see a 0 in the grade book, don't freak out. That's not what you want to look at. I posted it on Blackboard at the top, okay? You got to look at the comment. It's in the comment that I'll put down complete or incomplete. If you see complete, thank you, that means, hey, you did a great job, you're on your way. Okay? If you see incomplete, I'll list what questions you need to go back over. That's up to you to go over it. It's not up to me to give you the answers. The answers are there. As I said, the proof in that, by Friday, we had 10, 11 people that right for my 1408 class. Y'all actually did better. than my science majors did, way better. So please keep that up, okay? But we have about 22, 23 people in this class, so we still have quite a few. So what I will do, okay, is I will go back over any that I reviewed before that needed to make corrections. Okay, you better have it right that second attempt. And then anybody else who submitted it, I'll go over it again and look back around 3 p.m. You should know whether you've completed it or you need to do it. I'm doing you a favor. This summer I didn't do that. I didn't look at anything till after the due date passed, time passed, and then I went over it, and if they got it right, I just dropped them from the course, okay? So I'm trying to work with y'all. For the lab, just insert the answers into the document, or you're allowed also to give me the answers on a page, but make sure you transfer these titles from these pages so I know what you're giving me. Is that clear to everybody? Sorry, I was speaking as if you were going to just use the Word doc or the PDF and insert the answers. Oh, that's another thing. Make sure I can read the file. It is not my job to figure out how to read the file. I don't recall if it happened with this class. I know it did happen with 2 other classes. Students submitted assignments that I couldn't open up. And all I told them is it's their responsibility. And fortunately, I think all of them fixed it quick. Okay, if you look also on assignments, there's a spot there to actually insert your answers into. Upload a document, there's a spot there. Another thing I forgot, and some students did this, I forgot to look it up. I had some students use one of those scanner apps. So they had printed out the document, wrote the answer, scanned it, and put it up. If you handwrite it, I have to be able to read it, and it better be very organized or I'm not going to waste any time. I prefer you type it. Okay? Yeah, my handwriting's real bad. I mean, I can read quite a bit, and I've been challenged so far with some of these assignments, but I did have some students, like I said, handwrite the answers into the printed document, uploaded it, and it worked fine. Okay, all right, thank you, Anthony. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's just best, and do this with all your classes, okay? Keep it simple, figure out how to post the assignments, and that's another thing for the syllabus assignment. I hope some of you noticed, as stressful as it is, I hope you noticed that push to work with Blackboard assignments, because that's how you're going to get your homework and your lab reports. So now you know how to work with it, okay? And hopefully some of your other classes are using it, so that takes care of it. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording there.